So today I am making my first batch of soap since moving to the farm. This whole batch is meant for us. I'm not going to sell any of it, so it's going to be a 2-pound batch. And if you saw my house tour, I do take some time searching for soap supplies. I found out everything that I needed, and so we're making a 2-pound batch with a mixed fragrance that I mixed before moving to minimize my bottles. This is a mixture of mistletoe and red ginger. And then I found some soap shreds, so we're gonna add that in there. And I'm also gonna add some coffee because this morning I didn't finish my pot of coffee, so we're gonna put some coffee in it. Also, I don't have a microwave, so we're going to be doing the heat transfer method, which is when you use the heat of the lye to melt the hard oils. There's gonna be coconut oil and lard in this batch. I don't do that like ever. I think I've done it one time in my life, and it took forever. We're gonna do it today and see how well it goes, and then how about we go do that now then? Here we are with my first batch in our farmhouse on a different countertop, and there's so much space. So we got some coffee lye, hoping to melt the hard oils. And I will speed this up. It's not something I usually do, but I don't at this very moment have something I want to talk about. My batter's not even hot anymore. I guess it's just that cold in here. And there's still some hard coconut oil in there. Yes, the coconut oil was really hard. It was like cocoa butter. So I'm gonna get my stick blender out and see if I can do something about this. Maybe I need to add some more liquid, huh? Well, I need to get my fragrance oil in here. I guess we'll just see how this will end up, won't we? I honestly figured the heat transfer method was going to go smoother than this, but all right. And then here's our little soap shreds we're going to stir in. batter's looking better, that's for sure. Better. Hopefully there's no chunks of hard oils. Seems like my coconut oil has never been that like hard where I actually had to chip it out of the bucket. I've never had to do that before. Well, that looks nice and creamy, doesn't it? See you for the cut. It is nighttime, and that is why the lighting is a bit different than it was when I was making the soap. This is 2 days later because yesterday it was still kind of soft. Probably because I added that extra coffee, but I think I needed to. You know what I mean? The way I get these off is I like to get a little air in the edge there, because otherwise it sometimes doesn't want to release. So if you get a little wrinkle and push the air down, it usually helps. Coming up more on one side. Here we go. There we go. So today we don't have my soap cutter, which I love cutting soap with my soap cutter. So today we're using a knife because my soap cutter is packed away, which I could unpack it, but it's packed away on the bottom of a box with lots and lots and lots of things on top of it. And that means I would have to take all this stuff out to get the soap cutter out, and then I would have nowhere to put the soap cutter because currently there's not really like places. Things don't have their place except the dishes. They have their place. So today we're using a nice knife. Oh yeah. Trying to decide. I haven't cut with a knife for I think since my first. So because this loaf is just for me and Aaron, I'm not going to make a sample size. I probably should have a cutting board under this, shouldn't I? So I don't wreck my countertop. Here's our first cut. Not sure what happened down there. Smells amazing. Let me get a cutting board. I think that would be smarter. And that way anyone watching doesn't cringe at the soap getting cut on the countertop. And I didn't cut very well there. Let's try again. The bar is actually pretty hard today. Look at that amazing cutting there. I have trouble cutting bread too. Like cutting it nicely, straight. I'll try a little harder. There, that was actually a little straighter. Just this one is crooked on that side, straighter on this side. I think this is breaking off because this is it's actually pretty hard today. I probably could have cut it yesterday, and I was just being, I don't know what I was being, but I probably could have cut it yesterday. I was busy. That's what I was being, is busy. Oh, actually, it needs to be like this, so you can see it. What's the point of filming if you can't see it, right? There's not really a whole lot to see either, is there? It's like cutting with a miniature samurai sword. I like these. I'm looking forward to using them, but I won't get to use them until the end of January. I like them. I like how creamy they look. With our special soap shreds inside that were so special that they are packed along for for moving from house to house. They're so special, they came along. So, this is my farmhouse soap. Hopefully I didn't make you nervous with my knife today. It's a pretty intense knife, I agree. Should I leave that one big? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll cut it. This is going at an angle and I don't want it to. See that? Well, these are some imperfect bars, but I think they'll be a lot of fun to use. This turned out to be quite a creamy looking bar of soap. Yeah, it looks very desirable, if that makes any sense. I want to use it, but I have to wait still. It's amazing how light colored coffee soaps are when the coffee is so brown. And I'm actually really impressed that there was no soda ash, because oftentimes you hear that the cold will encourage soda ash. From my experience, it seems like soda ash is, well, it seems slightly random, but it also seems to be connected to how much liquid you use. And I don't even know how much liquid I use, because, so I think there's like 4.5 ounces of lye, so I used about 5.5 ounces of coffee. But then it was so thick that I just poured more in, so I don't know how much liquid I used. Anyway, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2024, and we're gonna hit the reset button, and there will be new things. To anyone who's interested in the year video, because I had a few comments wanting to know where the year video is going to be uploaded, where you'll get to see what the house looked like the day we moved in, if you're curious. That will be uploaded on a different channel. It's at this moment called my Mrs. Wiserat channel, but I'm going to change it because I'm going to start using that channel for something. Because we live on a farm, I want to become more self-sufficient. I want to be able to do things on my own, to make things on my own. The term a lot of people use is homestead. So I am going to rename my Mrs. Wiserat channel to a super generic name until I can think of something better. Learning to Homestead. So I will leave a link in the description. For example, I want to be able to make vinegar. I want to be able to can. I want to bake my own bread. I want to get really good at taking care of chickens. So things to do with chickens or farm animals or gardening once spring comes around. I know things, but I haven't done things. So there's going to be a lot of learning, which is why it's going to be called Learning to Homestead. And I will take any advice you can give on any subject I talk about, because I'm learning to homestead. I'm not teaching to homestead. So there's probably going to be a lot of failures. It's easier to remember how to do something if you failed at least once, isn't it? We'll see you over there if you want to come over there, and we'll see you in 2024. Thank you for watching my soap video, and I am grateful for every one of you, and I've appreciated your patience during all this waiting time.